Can you eat too much fruit? Fruit has long been a recommended source of calories, fiber and a host of nutrients. However, is there such a thing as eating too much fruit? A significant meta-investigation inspected around 350 examinations acted in different pieces of the world, to attempt to pinpoint different impacts of burning through the two products of the soil. They took a gander at well-being results which included cardiovascular occasions, tumors and early demise. Every one of the examinations were planned companion contemplates, and accordingly the outcomes demonstrated relationship between the former occasions and the results yet couldn't demonstrate causation. The end was that the gathering of individuals who routinely ate 800 grams or a greater amount of products of the soil a day, which ATV-10 divides, is significantly higher contrasted with the 5 as of now suggested, brought down their danger of unfavorable ailments. Malignant growth hazard was decreased around the 600 grams imprint, truth be told. This examination additionally attempted to recognize the advantages of various products of the soil in different ailments. Notwithstanding, this examination is probably not going to convert into a current suggestion for the basic truth that a great many people today don't eat even the 5 parts that have been advanced by general well-being organizations. This is an exemplary instance of convenience defeating logical exactness in figuring out what exhortation is given to everybody, on the supplication of not having any desire to squeeze them by unreasonable objectives. Nonetheless, truly in one investigation, the effectively feasible intercession of actually giving food to an objective gathering of extremely youthful grown-ups, with no different updates or annoying, quickly lifted the quantity of segments in this gathering by 1.2 servings daily, just as delivering huge upgrades in numerous parts of their psychological well-being. This was as opposed to the absence of advantage found in a benchmark group who got vouchers to buy generally similar measure willingly and to set them up for utilization as they wished, with twice every day updates, despite the fact that these last messages were not seen as bothering but instead supportive. The primary concern might be that making new natural product accessible and free any place individuals assemble to eat might be the most ideal approach to build utilization instead of unending instruction crusades. Expanded products of the soil utilization was broke down by 200 grams augmentations, in regard to ischemic coronary illness. Each 200 grams expansion in utilization decreased the danger by 8%. Particularly with wellsprings of nutrient C, and with apples or pears, organic product juices, green verdant vegetables, carrots and yam. Stroke hazard decreased by 16% per 200 grams expansion in utilization, especially apples or pears, citrus, green verdant vegetables and vegetable pickles. Cardiovascular sickness overall, 8% decrease per 200 grams increment, particularly with apples or pears, citrus, carrots, green verdant vegetables and different vegetables outside the cruciferous, brassica, family. Malignant growths, 3% decrease per 200 grams increment, with cruciferous vegetables specifically, and with increments up to 600 grams each day. Mortality from all causes together, 10% decrease per 200 grams increment, particularly with apples or pears, citrus organic product, berries, vegetables, all things considered, and potatoes. All in all, 5.6 million early passings happened in the year analyzed, 2013, in light of the fact that these people ate under 500 grams of products of the soil a day. Then again, eating 800 grams of these every day could forestall the passings of 7.8 million individuals per year. Study affirms the significance of low-protein, high-carb diet. Study: 55% of college understudies have attempted plant-based meat elective. High lousy nourishment utilization in youth expands hazard of undesirable muscle versus fat by early adulthood. Obviously, it's implied that essentially eating more products of the soil is anything but an enchantment wand to make infection disappear. Yet, it unquestionably is perhaps the most ideal approaches to make your food work for you and not against you, and on the off chance that you likewise remain truly dynamic and don't burn through hurtful things, like smoke, liquor and different poisons, you are probably going to live more and more solid than the individuals who do. Eating new organic product is even useful in forestalling diabetes mellitus just as diminishing the danger of some little vascular complexities of diabetes, for example, renal illness or diabetic retinopathy by an astounding 28%. Aside from a 12% lesser danger of new beginning sort 2 diabetes in individuals who routinely ate natural product, Diabetics who did as such had a 14% lower hazard of death or optional cardiovascular illness contrasted with the individuals who ate organic product not exactly once every week. Apples and pears are favored in light of their low glycemic file, GI, and delayed lethargic arrival of sugar into the blood. Bananas, grapes and tropical natural products have a higher GI in examination. The worldwide example is inauspicious, with under 20% of individuals eating organic product as an ordinary piece of their eating routine, and more than 6% confessing to eating it infrequently or never. Medical advantages. Natural product does a ton of things for the body. It diminishes weight and forestalls weight acquire. It diminishes the danger of illnesses welcomed on by heftiness, for example, diabetes mellitus and coronary illness, and defensive impacts increment as utilization of organic product increments. Lower circulatory strain. Lower blood glucose levels. Forestalls dyslipidemia. It diminishes the pace of death because of all causes. How does fruit reduce body weight? Numerous components have been proposed for the counter-corpulence impact of expanding organic product utilization. Decreased caloric admission in view of the low-fat substance and the high water and fiber content of most organic products. Delivering a sensation of completion, which decreases in general food admission and dinner recurrence, by the gelling of dietary fiber inside the gut, and the delayed absorption cycle of natural product implies that satiety receptors are involved for a more drawn-out length. Giving micronutrients and nutrients, which are adversely connected with weight acquire by lessening quality articulation according to fat cell creation and development. Phytochemicals, for example, resveratrol, proanthocyanidins, catechins, caffeic corrosive and such which are strong enemies of oxidants and stifle fat cell arrangement and fat stockpiling. Undigested organic product fiber gives an essential substrate to gut microbiota to take care of upon, to deliver changes in the general extents of different bacterial gatherings, expanding the quantity of Bacteroides and actinobacteria, plentiful in lean individuals, however diminishing firmicutes and proteobacteria which are found in corpulent people. Acting by means of these various pathways, organic product prevails in both diminishing all-out energy consumption and in keeping up with satiety, which thusly prompts a net bringing down of fat stores, particularly focal, by their usage inside the body for day-by-day energy and metabolic requirements, thus decreases the weight. Furthermore, its supplement creation favors adipocyte non-separation, thus decreases heftiness. Apples and pears are reliably connected with hazard decreases in numerous kinds of sickness. It is imperative that these contain 6% of fructose and not exactly a large portion of that measure of sucrose. The fructose is for the most part matured inside the colon since it's anything but all around assimilated. The subsequent expansion in short-chain unsaturated fat, SCFA, creation is of incredible worth in numerous metabolic and physiological cycles. The couple of preliminaries which support a favorable to corpulence impact of organic product have frequently neglected to recognize normal and prepared types of organic product, and are regularly bound to a particular age gathering or classification, as opposed to the various populace-based preliminaries which affirm its enemy of heftiness action. A solitary preliminary proposed that an excessively maximum usage of high GI organic products during the subsequent trimester prompted expanded paces of gestational diabetes. However, the creators prescribed further investigation to affirm and inspect the discoveries. Another preliminary showed an increment in weight with expanded organic product consumption at supper time. It is yet to be affirmed that new organic product, instead of safeguarded or squeezed organic product, conveys such a danger. To put it plainly, the net end is that expanding organic product admission is seldom a well-being hazard, and conveys a large group of advantages, which just increment with more organic product in its regular structure, whatever the glycemic heap of the individual organic product.